Hey, what's going on, guys? Well, today I want to talk about the Bastion Braza. This is the first Braza that I got. This came in a battle box, and this one is in stainless steel and D2, as you can see, marked on the blade there. Very, very impressed with this knife. This is actually the first thing I ever got from Bastion gear, I should say. And then later in a battle box, I got a Bastion, I think it was like a metal wallet, and it was a total piece, man. This thing was heavy, bulky. There was tools in the back that were useless. It was horrible, absolutely horrible. However, I still use this knife on and off, and I loved it. Very, very cool knife, right? This is the one that I used. I later got those two Brazas. Now, these are a little bit different. This one came just in this, little cardboard box, got a little magnetic front, right? Little spot for it in there, no frills. These were a little bit more expensive. Now keep in mind, this is stainless steel and D2, okay? The price on this, if you were to buy it, was $129, I think, so let's just say 130 bucks. These were basically like the upgraded versions of the Brazas, okay? And they were $159.99, so 160 bucks. So for an extra $30, now you're jumping to actually three different models. This is only two of them. There was the carbon fiber version, with S35VN. Then there's this version, which is titanium and a like faux ray skin insert, which is really cool. And also the S35VN. And they also had a plain one, which looked just like this. It was plain tie with an S35VN as opposed to the stainless and D2. So for an extra $30, you got some pretty cool options. And as you can see, these also came in like a wooden presentation box. Okay, instead of the cardboard. And you got these extra tools. You got two different Torx drivers as well as a little microfiber cloth to be able to wipe those down, which says Bastion on there as well. So really, really cool addition for another $30. I mean, it's a huge jump in materials, But I believe all four models are sold out. I'll link you to the website anyway if I can find them. They might be on like eBay or Amazon or something, but I don't know how many were in a run, but it was kind of a one and done. I don't know if they're going to come back or not or anything, but I mean, they're really, really cool knives. But I wanted to show these because I got them and because it's literally, I mean, it's the same knife design, just different materials. Same size and everything, obviously different weight. This one being the carbon fiber end tie. I don't know if I showed that. It's not full carbon. It's half tie, half carbon fiber, so just the front scale is carbon fiber. But it is genuine carbon fiber. It's not laminated or anything. And then, of course, like I said, this one is the tie with the faux ray skin, which it feels kind of rubbery. I kind of wish they went with real, some kind of real insert, whether it was wood or real, shaved ray skin. It's totally fine. You can see on the back side it's in there as well, which is nice. It's not just the front scale. But I mean, this is probably my favorite. It's just different, and it feels great. Even though it's a fake ray skin, it's very grippy, very, very comfortable. All right, just really like that. Very cool. Also, you can tell, the tie from the stainless is a little bit lighter gray. But and also the knife itself is just lighter. The stainless steel one here is 6 ounces. Don't know the weight on these offhand, but you can definitely feel it's a little bit lighter, and then the carbon fiber even more so. So I'll leave these in the background, but I didn't really use them much. This is the one I actually carried and used with the D2. Okay, obviously I'm a huge fan of the S35VN, so it's not much to say there. But anyway, this is the one I used. This is the one I'm doing the review on, but definitely wanted to have those in this video anyway. So again, our blade here is a D2. It is 3.8 inches long. All right, 4.8 inches closed, stainless steel. Making it 8.2 inches overall. Very interesting blade grind on here, blade style. The grind is, I mean, from the tip down, it's obviously a full ground blade, full flat ground blade, but as this tapers down, it's like, a 3/4 flat grind. Very interesting. Even though there's not a whole lot of belly here, it is a continuous curve. It is a really good slicer. Frame lock, you can see the lockup on this one. Just for reference, I'll show you the other ones as well, real quick, just so you can see the lockup. All right, pretty consistent. All right, flipper design. The flipper sticks out quite a bit. You do have to kind of sweep down a little bit with this one as opposed to push in, All right, so basically once you get your finger on there, you're just pulling down towards the hand, this motion, but it flips out very nicely. Not a huge detent in here. It's not a very hard detent, I should say, or deep. It's not going to shake out at all, but it really does not take much to get that blade to kind of pop out. It's just super smooth, so, you know, easy to flick that completely open without using any kind of wrist action or anything. But yeah, nice lockup, simple frame lock, nice polished hardware, as you can see here, presentation side. All right, so you have all the flats over here, and obviously that's where the screw heads are, which I always like. As far as the pocket clip, very functional, very simple, very clean. Obviously on this particular model, it's riding on just that stainless steel, so it's very smooth. There's no, you know, grabbing any kind of you know, material when it's in the pocket. So very easy to use as well. Now if you look towards the butt end here, you can see the spacer actually sticks out and the scales come down a little bit, so that gives you your lanyard hole. Okay, it's not huge, but it's not too tiny either. You could put 550 through there if you wanted to. I know, because I did put a lanyard on here for a little while, but I did take it off for the review. Just a simple little lanyard. But yeah, there's the lineup. Not completely centered. Right, it's off a little bit. You can see this one still centered, and the carbon fiber is still centered. But with usage, because this came nice and centered, I always check, but now it seems like it's a little off to the right, how you're looking at it. All right, as far as blade play, just a hair side to side, nothing up and down, just a touch. Okay, could have just loosened up a little bit with usage. I could tighten that back down. Not sure if they have any Loctite on these from factory or not, but it's off just a smidge. It's not a huge deal, it's not rubbing or anything. But ergonomics are very nice. All these knives just feel very smooth, except for, of course, the you know, fake Stingray one that has a totally different feel and grip to it. But nice little crescent finger choil there. All right, and then, you know, the fingers kind of fall down here. This little cutout, I mean, it's just kind of visual. It doesn't do anything for grip or anything like that. Going back to the pocket clip here for a second, you notice this is a tip-up right side carry. When you flip it over, very sterile. So this stainless D2 model, you're stuck with the tip-up right side carry, right? However, on these models, there is a cutout, and there's a spacer in there right now. So it's tip-up right side as you get it, but you can also flip it to tip-up left side if you wanted to. But it's nice they have that screw and that spacer material. It's in both these models. Carbon fiber is a little bit more noticeable than the other one. All right, so you can swap that to lefty if you wanted to. Again, you're getting a lot extra for that 30 bucks. You know what I'm saying? The presentation, the tools, the material upgrade, you know, and the option for a different clip position. So here's another shot of all three of them. Another thing I want to point out here is that these two are very sterile. There's no Bastion logo on it, as you can see here. This has the Bastion logo on the front, and then of course D2 on the back. Whereas both of these, no logo on the front, only the steel on the back under the stud. All right, that S35VN. So just something to note there. But sexy knives, they all work. If you happen to these extra ones, again, I have no idea how many of those models were made, or this one, but it can't be much. If they're sold out, I can't imagine they're making thousands and thousands of these knives. So there you go, guys. It pretty much wraps it up. I really like the knife. The base model, I think, is very nice, very usable. I did like it. A little bit heavier than the other ones, obviously. $130, totally worth the price tag. I mean, it's a D2 stainless frame lock. You know, it's built well, good tolerances. Although this one did, you know, back out on me a little bit over to the side there. I can probably adjust that just to the pivot, but I wanted to keep it as is for the review. But now that the review is done, I will of course take that blade play out. Not much at all, just it's barely there. And I've had it in extremely expensive knives. I've had that happen in very, very cheap knives and everything in between. So it's not, you know, anything special or crazy. But I do suggest, if you have the option of buying one of these Brazas, go for the carbon fiber or the Stingray. I mean, it's just, for the extra 30 bucks, it's totally worth the, you know, the difference there. You know, I would kind of expect, if you didn't tell me any prices, if I knew this was 130, and you say, all right, well, there's these other versions, I would think these were like 2 to 230, somewhere around there. I definitely would have thought they would have been in the $200 range, you know, having the material changes and all that, but really it's not that big of a difference as far as the price. So I would suggest, if you come across any of these Brazas, to pick one up. If you happen to like the design, you want to try it out, don't hesitate. I'm pretty sure the Bastion website is completely sold out of all these knives. but I'm sure you can find them elsewhere. Obviously, some dealers might still have them. You can buy them off other people who already own them. Like I said, Amazon, eBay, you know, if you look around, you can always find something. Just a matter of when, you know, but when you do find them, if you like them, snatch them up, because I don't think there's a heck of a lot of them out there. So anyway, that's my review of the Bastion Braza, the stainless D2. Very cool, but those ones are even cooler. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon. Take care.